game for both sides because whoever wins goes through to the Super 8s. And as promised, Love and I are back with you to discuss and chat about this game. Love, what happened at the toss? First, tell me the details about the toss.
So the big thing is that India has won the toss and have opted to win
Okay.
against United States of America.
So I am assuming they are bowling first, is what you are saying.
India
Because-
is bowling first, right? So India is bowling first, and we all know that bowling first on this wicket is actually like winning.
It's advantage for sure.
It's advantage, yes, because
But Pakistan, it was not an advantage for them. Bowling
see,
first, they
when I
lost.
talk about records and when I talk about teams doing well, that doesn't count Pakistan at all. Okay, so let's.
How much will you bash Pakistan? They're
They
not
bash-
even.
they
They're
bash
not even
themselves.
playing today. They're not even playing today, and you are bashing them.
Wait a
again.
minute, are they even playing? Like literally.
They are playing, but unfortunately for their fans and their own team, they are
That's
not
not
doing
called
well.
playing. Pakistan isn't playing. They
But
have.
would you not say that they lost two close encounters against India and against USA? Also, that game was close.
Close
it
encounters.
feels bad that they lost to an associate nation, for that matter, a team that doesn't even play most of the World Cups. They could only qualify for this World Cup because they are the co-host. And
Okay, but
Yeah.
coming back to this game first.
yeah,
So India has won the toss. India is unchanged once again. Kuldeep Yadav isn't getting a chance. But then the big news of them all isn't coming from India's camp, but it is from USA's camp.
what is the news?
Mr. Patel isn't playing.
The captain Patel,
Captain isn't playing. Aaron
Monank
Jones
Patel.
is. Yep, and Aaron Jones is leading USA against India. But he has said that it's just a niggle and he should be back quickly. So we are hoping that he should be back in the next game.
or is that he wanted to take rest against India because he feels that they are the biggest. No, but this was an opportunity for him to get his limelight playing against India.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think if he had just a niggle, he would
Yeah.
have continued, right? But that also goes on to show you that,
That they
the
believe.
USA is so determined that they believe that they are going to go in the Super 8s. So they believe that they are going to be the second team apart from India who go through. That just means that Pakistan won't qualify.
Again, you are discussing the same thing, that Pakistan for you are definitely not qualifying. Well, you have to talk about the Indian team. So now they know that today if they win, they will qualify for the next round. So they really don't want to take any chances for that matter, and they have gone with the same 11. Would you have made any changes to this lineup?
See, to start with, yes, I would have gone in with Kuldeep Yadav, but since he hasn't played till now, I feel that winning combination shouldn't be changed. Why to repair something which isn't broken?
That is true. Plus, this is their last game in New York. They won two previously. I think they were just like that. For anybody new to come in on this pitch, probably it's going to be a little difficult. So why not just keep the same 11? And if they win today, they're definitely going to make
Definitely.
changes in that last game against Canada.
But you know what? I still think that they're not going to make changes against Canada,
But-
because if you remember the ODI World Cup as well, Rohit Sharma said that yes, India is winning one game after another. They won 10 in a row. That includes a semi-final as well. But then in the league stage, they won 9. So still, India was unchanged and they didn't try and change that combination, right? So I think they are not going to do that in the T20 World Cup as well.
I'll tell you honestly, I don't think that game will only happen. There's so much rain.
True that.
So much rain predicted in Florida. By the way, there are 3 games that are supposed to take place from this group. Okay, first USA face Ireland on Friday, then India face Canada on Saturday, and then Pakistan and Ireland on Sunday. And for all, at least the first 2 games, there's so much rain predicted. Today, the Nepal Sri Lanka game got washed out. I think we are going to see at least 2 washouts from those 3 games, and probably that is how Pakistan will go out of the tournament. Yeah,
That is actually
that is such terrible luck for them also, but at the same time, they should have won against USA, so they can't even say
they
that
can't
luck.
complain. Yeah,
They
they are
can't
not in that
complain.
state of complaining. I think that's the tears of their fans, which is actually washing out game for them. So,
Oh my God.
but Siddhant,
Tears of their fans are evaporated, and then that is why there's like a flood-like situation in Florida. So Pakistan, might be hoping that India might defeat USA with a big margin. But if that game between USA and Ireland on Friday gets washed out, Pakistan will be
Curtains.
out anyway.
curtains. But Siddhant, just talking about the lineups today, I feel it's India versus United States of India, right?
In a way, yes, because so many Indians. There's a Kiwi also, a former Kiwi all-rounder who's there, Corey Anderson. Even though we haven't seen the best of him, there's this guy who's now leading them, who has suddenly turned out to be their best player. Aaron Jones, I'm talking about. You know that 90-run knock against Canada, then against Pakistan also he played a
30 run.
terrific knock. Terrific
30
knock.
over, yeah.
I thought he was in the super over. Apart from all the help that the Pakistanis gave the USA players, the USA guys led by Aaron Jones did so well. I think Aaron Jones has been, you know, you never hear of such players, but now you know that USA has got some talent. That guy hit what, 10 sixes in that first game against Canada?
Yeah, actually
10 sixes. So, and that's a T20 record. So, unbelievable. And I think India will also be wary of that threat because they know that this guy, they can't take them lightly. You know, Pakistan in a way took them lightly, paid the price, and they could eventually crash out. For India, the good thing is they have already beaten Ireland, they've already beaten Pakistan. So this game, but we still expect India to win.
But you know what, Siddhant?
Yeah.
The only team India could afford to take lightly was Pakistan. I said that in that discussion
But that game
as well.
was so close.
But I'll still give USA a better chance of putting up a fight against India than I.
How much do
give
you
to
hate Pakistan?
It's not about hate. It's about that their team is not good enough. I mean, their fans have boycotted that team. They have lost to USA. They couldn't chase down 120.
Are you
against
talking
India.
about Farid Khan as their fan?
Farid
I'm sure Farid Khan is not the only fan in Pakistan. That guy might say whatever,
He's,
but
by the way, supporting India tonight.
of course they have to
Every
support
Pakistani
India.
is supporting
Every
India
Pakistani is supporting India because they think India have a better chance of beating USA. And if Ireland beat USA, Pakistan could well qualify for the Super 8s.
They won't qualify for Super 8s.
Love is like it, they won't qualify for Super 8. Let's be honest. And as I was saying, that all is that we can only talk about once all these games happen because the rain,
No,
the rain in
Siddhant.
Florida. I saw the visuals today, boss. The rain in Florida was as such that the ground,
That I agree to.
that ground that you could slide, okay, from one end to the other end. That is how much water was there on the ground. And I don't think those games are happening, especially the games on Friday and Saturday. And if
You're
that was,
absolutely right, but I'm not going into the reasoning part of it because if you go back to
you're just saying Pakistan won't qualify even if there's no rain.
you go back to the discussion that we had before the World Cup began. I said that India and USA are going to top the group and they are going to qualify. If you remember,
You did
I
say that.
didn't pick Pakistan then as well because I know for a fact that Pakistan won't qualify. They don't have that thing in them to just go through. Once they lost to USA, that was it. ICC planned it in such a way that they actually wanted India and Pakistan to play another match. Now, I think Pakistan, the ICC would also feel that thank God Pakistan isn't going through because we'll probably have a little more contest if India and USA go through and India face USA apart from Pakistan in that Super 8.
Won't you say that's poor planning? Because India Pakistan probably won't happen at all.
That's actually good planning because if Pakistan had been in another group, they wouldn't have qualified for Super 8s and we wouldn't have had an India Pakistan match.
Playing any games in New York on that pitch is not good planning. Then four games in Florida where it's raining cats and dogs. There is, by the way, not just the problem of thunderstorms, not just the problem of rain. There's lightning issues also in Florida. I'm not sure how many of you know this, but if there's lightning around in Miami, in Florida, and in Fort Lauderdale where they are playing, if there's lightning, they won't play.
Yeah.
So even if the rain goes away and there's still lightning around the stadium, no play possible. So
Imagine
Pakistan have to
fans-
contend with so much, not just their own poor form, nature's fury to that extent. ICC's planning. I was seeing so many comments today that where they were blaming, oh, look at where ICC has put India. They
Yeah, I
gave
saw that too.
3 games to India. They wanted India to qualify. They made it so difficult for Pakistan. Boss, you can find so many reasons, in hindsight.
Yeah.
Our light is gone, by the way, but that's okay. We still look fine, I am assuming. But yes,
चलो में चमक होती है.
chamak to chamak hai. हम चमक रहे हैं. Look at me, like I'm all white. You are all like, are you going to Goa or like or the Caribbean?
I'm already in vacation.
Love is like Caribbean. India is going there. I might as
Yeah,
well.
India is not the only team that's gonna party. Okay. Even I can do that.
Love's gonna party, guys. After India win, though, after India win today, they'll be assured of a spot in the Super 8s. But there, by the way, we should also take a moment to just talk about who their opponents could be in the Super 8. Who do you think? Who do you think?
India's opponents in Super 8.
So we know Australia is there. Australia for sure. They have already qualified.
And the light is back.
Light is back. Wow.
See, as soon as we stopped talking about Pakistan and moved on, the light is also back.
Anyway, you can bash, not we. You can bash Pakistan. You will not let that go. But yeah, so the thing is, India was supposed to, like, if all would have gone according to plan, India would have faced, I guess, New Zealand, Sri Lanka, and Australia. Okay, in the Super 8s. If they would have qualified, all these three teams would have also qualified. But now what has happened is Australia are through. They have already qualified. So Australia and India most probably in that one group. That is done. But who are the other two teams?
Don't you think that it's still
It's early
to
doors.
say?
It's still early doors. But if New Zealand and West Indies, which is going to take place at 6 a.m. tomorrow,
Very crucial match.
If New Zealand loses that game,
They're
in
out.
all likelihood, Afghanistan will be that third team from the group, from their group, from the Afghanistan, West Indies, New Zealand group that will qualify to the Super 8s and will face India in the Super 8. And the fourth team was supposed to be, by the way, Sri Lanka, and even they are struggling. Two
I
losses,
think
one
it's
no
gonna be
result.
Afghanistan. I feel it's Afghanistan.
No, Afghanistan will qualify for Afghanistan, West Indies, and New Zealand. Two among these three will qualify, is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that's what I'm saying.
So
Afghanistan, I
Afghanistan
think,
looks likely. Afghanistan looks
Right.
likely, but I'm talking about the other group, the South Africa group.
But my only point is Afghanistan goes through, and I have already picked them as one of the contenders for the title.
But India.
But then India, na, that's
I
what
think
I'm saying.
I think India will cruise through the Super 8s also. My only contention is that I hope when they reach the knockouts, they can pull their socks and ensure they win those two games.
See,
Semis and final.
my point is, Siddhant, if you take a look at the teams nowadays,
Yeah.
reaching semi-finals isn't that big, right? So you'll probably have to pick the usual suspects.
Ask England reaching semi-finals.
no, not
England
just this tournament.
might not qualify also.
Not just this tournament I'm talking about. So when you pick your top four, I think there are 5 or 6 contenders who will probably form the top 4, right? Either 4 of the top 5 or top 6 teams. So it's not that easy to eliminate 2 and make it to the top 4.
No,
It's about who can win, because cricket has been confined to very few nations lately, and not the others as
No,
well. are not playing that
but love,
good cricket.
I disagree on that count, because even making it to the semi-finals, you see what is happening to Pakistan, you see what is
See,
happening to New
this
Zealand,
tournament
you
this
know what is
year
happening
is
to
an
England.
exception. I agree, because there are 20 teams. Don't forget that.
So,
there
but
are
that's
20 teams.
precisely why those 20 teams are making it a difficult challenge for all
Exactly,
the
and that's also
established nations.
That's also because of the pitches.
So in T20 anyway, the technical deficiencies, go for a toss, because those 20 overs, anybody can win it. One single innings, one single bowler can win the game
This
for
time
you.
I agree totally.
So,
I'm with you.
that's what I'm saying. Making it to the semis is also a decent achievement. But yes, for India, I think they'll get there. But after that, what happens is what I'm praying for. I hope they can win the next 2 games, post that, and probably lift the cup after 20.
We all hope
07.
that. We all hope for
We're
that.
all hoping that. But I think it's time for us to take leave, because the game's gonna start soon.
Yeah.
But we'll be back in the mid innings. We'll be back after the match. After the match is where we'll be able to talk, freely and have a point of view on that performance from India. Till then,
But very quickly, do you think USA actually stand the chance to beat India tonight?
no, that's about it. Okay, guys, see you. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe. As I keep saying, see you after the break.
See you.